Hey guys, with great pleasure, it is my honor to introduce our leader. Listen to me, this amazing lady that has gone through, like, if each of us had to go through what she went through in only but just like a year, because she just went on and on and on. But she's about to start this call with something, so I'm going to let her do what she does. You know, she's created family. She's done everything for us. She's out there always working. She cannot be outserved. So without further ado, it is Dr. Helen. Please take it over. Go ahead. Dr. Helen, are you out there?
Well, great day, fearless leaders. This is Dr. Helen Della Hussein, and I am so excited that you decided to share in our Empower a Thon for I Still Have a Dream Martin Luther King Day celebration here with SANKI Global. We are so blessed, so favored, so fired up, and so purpose-filled that we would have the opportunity to come before you on today. Myself and a few of my friends here in the industry of health and wellness. We have an amazing journey that we have embarked upon a few months ago. And it's truly been transforming lives with a spirit of excellence. One may ask someone like myself, why would you partner at this level with SANKI Global? First of all, what is SANKI Global? So I want to start by telling you that SANKI Global is based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, with a premise and a methodology that's based out of Tokyo, Japan. Our company name, SANKI, it has a special meaning to it. For see, San means respect. Ki is virtual energy. If you turn it around for Ki San, it means Holy Spirit. The moment that I met Mr. Jose Avita 7 years ago, which happens to be the CEO, co-founder, co-visionary of SANKI Global, when I met him, I knew that I would know him for a lifetime. I did not know what we would be doing together. So I'm not going to say that I had it all figured out at that particular time, because I was in another opportunity very similar to this, where it was prophesied by people that were much older than I, spiritual leaders, that in that opportunity, there would be more first-time millionaires, such as African Americans and people of color in the Latino community, that would be birthed in a very short amount of time, less than a year to be exact. And when I heard of this prophecy, can't say that I believed that I would be one of them at that time, because quite frankly, I didn't believe in me. My dreams had lied dormant. I was living, but I wasn't alive. And so, lo and behold, 8 months into my saying yes to the health and wellness industry, I was able to earn $1.2 million. And in the organization that God had favored me to be the covering at that particular time, 33 families had become first-time millionaires as well. In the whole organization of this former opportunity that's very similar to SANKI Global, 58 people in the entire company became first-time millionaires. So some people that may be listening say, money's not everything. Well, I beg to differ. I don't believe it's everything, but I do believe it's extremely important. Matter of fact, I believe it's right up there with oxygen. Try living without it. Many people on this call, we have dreams. We still have dreams. In spite of what we've gone through, in spite of what we've had to go over or get over or go around, in spite of all the no's, in spite of living in a spirit of defeat, in spite of living in a spirit of misery and feeling misunderstood and depressed often, or our body wrecking with illnesses such as diabetes, such as cancer, such as heart disease, lupus, depression. I could go on and on and on of the things that plague the people of color. And not just people of color, really it's a universal thing. It doesn't even have a color, to be honest with you. But we see it more and more. It's more prevalent among us, especially in the Black community. And so I knew a long time ago as a little girl that I was going to serve a purpose, but I did not know that my purpose would be this ginormic. Not in 2020, where I would be someone that would be considered even a modern day Harriet Tubman, locking arms with other women that are considered modern day Harriet Tubmans as well. I did not know that I'd be locking arms with great men that would be considered a modern day Moses. But that is where God has pulled this thing full circle, where here we stand today and we're able to share the good news of products that reverse, recover, and restore. See, as a little girl, I watched so many people in my family be buried at a premature age, dying too young, starting with my great aunt at 22 years old, dying of breast cancer. My mother at 36 years old, dying of breast cancer. Her mother, 52 years old, dying of heart disease and ovarian cancer. Another aunt of mine died at 47 years old, dying of breast cancer. So I saw this coming up as a little girl. So I always knew in the back of my mind that one day I could possibly get the knock at the door. But I never ever knew that it would come at the moment where I was carrying my baby, my 8th child. November of 2017, I was 3 months pregnant, and I found a lump on my breast. I went to my husband, Edward, and I said, hey, I think this is something that I need to go to the doctor about. Because I had just had a baby a year prior to, he said it was probably nothing, maybe milk duct. And because I had just buried the love of my life, which was my grandmother who raised me, he says it was probably anxiety and worry. And I said, no, I don't think so. This is something else. I just can't put my finger on it, but I'm sure it's nothing serious. And so days went by and I could not sleep. Anybody on the line can relate to having that feeling, having that knot on the inside of you. You know something is not right. And so I went to my OBGYN and she told me the same thing. Miss Delahousse, Clay, it's nothing. It's probably milk duct. Let me give you a pill to dissolve that. It felt like an M&M, guys. It was really hard and it did not move and it had no pain to it. And so today, as we share, I still have a dream. I also want to expose truth about things like breast cancer. Breast cancer can come very sneaky. It does not have to be associated with pain. It does not even have to be associated with a certain feeling. Sometimes you may have breast cancer and not even know it because you're looking for something that feels like a pecan, or you're looking for something that feels hard like a rock. But oftentimes what you need to know is breast cancer can start feeling with the feel of something like maybe an eraser at the tip of a pencil. Some cases, it can feel like just tissue gathered together. And so I went on and I couldn't shake the feeling and I demanded to be tested. And in the demand of me being tested, they saw that I had a very rare, aggressive breast cancer, and they gave me 7% chance to live. They told me that I needed to terminate my pregnancy immediately. At that moment, I took a deep breath. It was almost like it was just me and God in the room. And I remember like it was yesterday, because moments like this, you never forget. And I remember thinking to God, how could you bring me this far? How could you bring me to have a life where I was born 2 pounds, 3 ounces, addicted to crack? My mother was a prostitute and my father was her pimp. How could you allow me some time to go through things like being molested at the age of 5 and having my first baby at 13 being raped? How could you allow me to go through things at 18 years young, being beaten into a coma by my first husband, left to die? Why, God? I'd like to say that I was very faithful. I'd like to say that I was prayed up and that I just believed that I was going to make it, but that would be a lie. I was angry with God. And then I heard a voice, and I would like to think it's the Holy Spirit that said, "Do you trust me?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And at that moment, it says everything is going to be okay and you're healed. And this cancer is not for you. This cancer is going to be for the world to see. And so, guys, at that moment, I turned to those 5 doctors that was in the room. I turned to my husband and I told him, I'm going to believe the report of the Lord. And I'm going to go through my pregnancy and I'm going to have my baby. And I went through my pregnancy, guys. I had my baby at 6 months old on Valentine's Day. He'll be 2 years old on Valentine's Day 2020. And guys, I went through a double mastectomy. I got my breast removed. I got a hysterectomy. I went through 16 surgeries in 2018. In those 16 surgeries, I'm talking about a lot went on with my body. My body looked like a pit bull had mangled my breasts and my legs and everything you can imagine. And I wish I had more time today to share every horrific event, but I don't. But all you need to know is that the journey I went through prepared me for the moment that I stand in today to lead. And guys, I'm just so grateful that I always valued relationships, that I never look at relationships like it's just commissionship. See, I always want to look at the deeper reason why you connect with somebody. See, God doesn't put people in your path just to pass you by. I believe that if you just stay still long enough, you will know the reason for the season. And we're just one yes away from our breakthrough. And that yes typically lies within people. Mr. Avita was my yes. Mr. Avita answered so many prayers that I had been praying. Lord, put me on a platform that I can really, truly bless many people and give them the information, the education, the inspiration, and the transformation in their health and in their wealth, Lord. And he brought me to SANKI Global. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. I'm not cloudy on anything. My vision is 2020 before 2020 even came in. He prepared me for a time such as this to be the chief sales marketing officer in this company. And I will not be moved. And there's nothing that would waver my faith and belief in the people that are aligned in this season to lead as we are entering into the year of the do. Double economic wealth. Not just wealth in your resources, guys, but wealth in your health. Abundance is what wealth means. Wouldn't you like to have more abundance in your vision, where your vision is not cloudy, where you cannot be moved? Wouldn't you like to have more wealth and abundance in relationships, and abundance in your peace, and abundance in your freedom, and abundance in your favor? Of course you would. See, guys, I've seen too many people die. I've seen too many people living, walking a zombie, not even realizing the gifts and the purposes and anointing that's on their life. I've seen this, but in this company, I'm seeing something different. I'm seeing people living again, dreaming again, hoping again, being more than they ever anticipated that they could ever be right in this company. I'm hearing testimonies from many, many people like they were scheduled to have their foot, their hand, their toe cut off because they suffer from diabetes. And after being on our 4 product system, Balaj, Cronui, Hasaki, the Inner 7. And if you want to know more information about any 4 of those products, you need to get with the person that invited you on today's I Still Have a Dream Empower-a-thon. And I promise you, they'll give you all the information plus some free samples so that you too can have the experience. Because after they were on the products for about 10 days, most people are saying, I canceled my surgery. I don't even need to have that surgery again. Do you hear what I'm saying to you guys? When not only that, but 30 days later, many of them are off their insulin medicine. We don't make medical claims. I'm just telling you about some medical facts right now. Now, I'll go over to something else. There's been testimonies that people have migraine headaches. They suffer from it. High blood pressure. They take the Balaj. 20 minutes later, Their headache is gone. Any pain that's wrecking in their body is gone. 20 minutes, guys. We have a body scanner here that when you test the body scanner out, it will show your capillaries, how they are pretty much like mine. They were dark, plaque buildup, inflammation in my body. Drinking Balaj, one drink, add it to water or juice, whatever you want to add it to. One drink, guys, 20 minutes later, everything was aligned in my body. Everything. High blood pressure, gone. I too developed diabetes in every pregnancy I've ever had. But this pregnancy, because my immune system, by the time that I fought through breast cancer for 19 months, by the time that was over, my immune system was one of somebody who had AIDS, per the doctors. So my immune system was shot, guys. So the diabetes followed me. The high blood pressure followed me. That's nothing I would want to sit down and talk to people about, because you never want people to know that you're unhealthy, especially when you're the face and the voice, the poster child for health and wellness. So how do you tell that story? You sometimes can't. But I'm so free to be me. I'm so happy I can take my mask off because I have products that are working. I have products that I can tell you I don't take any type of medication for diabetes anymore because of the Balaj, guys, our signature flagship product. I don't take any medication for high blood pressure. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you something else, and I typically don't share this because it's a deep, deep, deep rooted testimony. After all that I went through, back in May of 2019, another tumor appeared on my left breast. Reconstructed breast, guys. I shared it with only a few people. Matter of fact, some of them flew down to go with me to some of my oncologist appointments as they was testing everything. But guys, they came back with the test. It was what? Benign, not malignant. However, I had a 7.2 centimeter tumor in my breast. I ain't like that. You know, I'm still trying to get used to my new breast. You follow me? I'm still trying to get used to the fact that they had to take cartilage from my ears to make nipples, okay? So I didn't want to deal with no tumor. I started double dosing, overdosing on the Balaj and the Crenui over the summer of 2019. I haven't been on these products forever. I just became committed to these products over the summer of 2019. I went back November of my birthday of 2019. The tumor shrunk to 2.1 centimeters. I have the medical records. So I don't have to, fudge it, convince it, distract people, try to, tell them, hey, you better come over here and look at what we're doing, because our products speak for itself. We don't have Me Too products. So if you're searching and looking for a product like this in another network marketing company or GNC or Walgreens, the only way you're going to find this product is if you go to a physician and they write you a prescription. You heard what I said. Do you understand that our product line works 100% of the time with 100% of the people? Well, now you do. Do you understand that before they make any decision in this company, they keep in mind that we want to be around a minimum of 100 years. Did you hear what I said? What company, what community, what network, what chamber, what have anything that you've ever been through, or have you ever experienced that they say before we make or take any decision, we want to make sure we're going to be around a minimum of 100 years. That lets you know that the decision that they're making, that the corporate level, the covering of this company is making, is not even just for you. It's for your children's children's children. I don't know about you, but I built a lot of things in life. I've been to the valley and I've been to the mountaintop. I've been in the valley and I've been back at the mountaintop. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of building. Sometimes you get weary. Sometimes you get exhausted. And I don't know what guests we have on the line today that can feel me and say, girl, I'm high-fiving you through the phone. I can overstand. But when I made this decision to lock arms with SANKI Global, I'm telling you, I made the decision knowing that it was time for me to build it for the last time. That I could come here and build it for the last time. That I could live a living legacy. See, I'm tired of hearing about all these speeches about the legacy that you're going to have when you take your last breath. Hello, boo. But I don't know if you know, But when you take your last breath, you can't experience that because you're gone. So the people that benefit is the people that, like your children or your grandchildren or your great grands. I don't know about you, but when you 40 plus on this line, you're on the second half of your life. And if you're on the second half of your life, you should kind of be thinking like I'm thinking. I want to experience it right now. I want to eat right now. I want to celebrate my harvest and my legacy right now. I don't want to be looking down from heaven. I don't care how beautiful heaven might be. I want to experience it right now. And so I'm committed to lock arms with many, many people that are on this line, many people that may not be on this line, they're yet to come. Many people that's watching us from afar, maybe judging, maybe doubting, I don't know. Maybe they have fear, but I want to encourage you to allow your faith to trump your fear on today. I want to encourage you to dig down deep and just make a decision to believe one more time. Not in this company, not in this company, not even in the person that invited you on the line, but to believe in yourself one more time, that you can build for the last time. And I guarantee you, if you just bring a little bit of faith and a little bit of energy and a little bit of love and a little bit of commitment, you are going to meet people and you can stand on their shoulders and they will help you every step of the way. That's another thing I love about this canvas that we have, a blank canvas where we can come and we can create. That's right. We can create whatever we want here within reason, within decency and in order. I love that. I love the culture. I love the leadership here. I love that. I love locking arms with people that really want to lock arms with me. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of convincing people to win. I'm tired of convincing people to be a part of their own rescue. I'm tired of that. So here, it's a mutual understanding that we're all here and that, hey, check this out. We're not that company that brags about lifestyle. See, you don't have to brag about lifestyle when you're simply living it. We're not that company that's worried about competition because there is no competition when you're simply the best. Now, what I want to do real quick is I've got two women that I would love to share their testimonies because you heard from me and you heard how these products can reverse, recover, and restore. You've heard some of my testimonies, but I want to bring two other women on before we close out today because I believe it's power in testimonies. It's power in that. It's power and even healing in learning the truth when people really take their mask off and say, this is me, flaws and all, stretch marks, wounds, beat up, black eyes. This is me. Take it or leave it. Leave it. But one thing about me, I'm standing and I'm living and I'm better and I'm wiser and I'm stronger. And that's the two women you're about to hear from. So I hope they've been able to join us from Nassau, Bahamas. Do I have Donnelly Adderley on the line? Well, we roll right over. If she's not on the line, I'm going to roll right over. Do I have Dr. Ruth Ann Lightburn? Are you there?
Oh boy. Hello.
Oh, we can hear you. Go ahead. Queen Donnelly, go ahead and share a 3-minute or less testimony. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Dr. Helen, for inviting me on this call and for inviting me into SANKI Nation. And I am glad to have you as a mentor to encourage me. And I must say that, guys, this is the company to be in because I have a 12-year-old son. When he was 3, he was told that he would never walk again. He had a muscle disease that actually took the control of his muscles. His muscles are not working at all. So when I went down to Florida to the conference, to the SANKI conference in November, I brought back some of the products. I gave my son those products about 2 weeks ago. And believe it or not, when we got off a call with Dr. Franco 2 days ago, I said, look here, I'm seeing some changes with my son. My son used to drool. He's not drooling anymore. He couldn't control his head, his neck movements, they're being controlled. He is growing muscles, guys. And so I said, guess what? I'm gonna take that move of faith. I bought him a walker 4 years ago, which he was not able to use. I took that walker and I put it in front of my son. And I said, Darius, today you're gonna walk. My son held on to that walker, guys, and he stood up and he made 5 steps on his own. I have never seen that. I've never seen that. In all the therapy that he's had and all the doctors that he's been to, I've never seen that in 8 years. 8 years. Just 2 days ago, my son walked again for the first time. And so I want to say thank you to God and thank you to SANKI. Thank you, Dr. Helen. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. And see, I know this woman personally. This is not no Jerry Springer made up story just for the hype and the entertainment. I know her personally, and I know her child, her son Darius. And guys, this is the type of powerful medical miracle. You can slice it or dice it. I don't care what you do with it. This is the testimonies that's happening in this company. So when you have a product that's proven, and matter of fact, thank you so much, Queen Donnelly. I really appreciate you sharing that, because I know it's a very sensitive testimony for you to share, because it's so real. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the line today. But when you have products that absolutely work, when you have a stable infrastructure, when you have leadership that's bar none, when you have the right culture that you can come to and feel valued, appreciated, respected, honored, and safe, when you have that level of faith to take the leap, to lock arms with people that believe at the same level or a higher level than you, when you have a lucrative compensation plan where people right from their mobile phone can press the word send and invite people to powerful lifestyle connects similar to what you're hearing on today, when you can pretty much copy, paste, and profit. You heard what I said. I heard that today from our national sales director, Mr. Corey Williams out of Houston, Texas. And I just thought that was the coolest. When you can share this with your family, and you know that it's safe to share products with your family. And I'm going to close with just that. Guys, I give my 2-year-old, my baby, he'll be 2 on Valentine's Day. I give him this product because he had some nerve damage from a freak accident at 6 months old where our nanny fell from the top of our staircase. I couldn't make this up if I tried, and hit his head, and he had a brain bleed, guys. So there was all kind of suspected he wouldn't do this, he wouldn't do that, he wouldn't do this ever. Well, he's doing all of that, but he's a little slow in his speech, and sometimes he deals with extra inflammation. I give my baby Balaj 3 times a day. And I don't talk about it much, but I'm going to start talking about it. And I also give my 6-year-old and my 8-year-old that both suffer with attention deficit disorder. I give them Balaj, and my daughter Helen, who's named after me, she suffers with insomnia. How about their grades have gone from failing to C average. And I know some of y'all like, there ain't nothing to celebrate. It is in our household. If you go from 0 to now hero because you're doing C, that C stands for congratulations, okay? And my daughter, she suffers with insomnia. Her head races, her mind is racing, just like her mom. I get 2 hours of sleep and I'm good. Well, she's the same way. And she's only 6, right? Well, now I give her the Crenui at night. Some of you call it Crenu, okay? But I give her the Crenui at night, and she doesn't sleep. She rests like a baby, guys. My husband, when I gained weight in this last pregnancy, because I was a beach whale, and many of you followed me on social media, y'all were like, good googly goo. And I gained a lot of weight. Well, he did too. So when we went in to have the baby, don't y'all tell them I said this, but they were like, well, which one of y'all gonna deliver? Okay. And he's lost 42 pounds in this company with our 10-day product system, guys. See, success is not a secret. It's a system. It's a system. 42 pounds. And that's the average that I've been hearing. Like, people are literally losing 8 to 15 pounds in 10 days. Pain in their body, reversed. It's gone. No pain. You heard me. And I'm going to close it with that, because that surgery that I talked to you about, that double mastectomy, that microvascular, that 12-hour surgery where they transferring veins from the inner part of my legs and I've got these hideous scars. Well, not only did I have hideous scars, I couldn't feel before I became committed on the products. I couldn't feel the inner part of my legs. These products wake your nerves up. They go into the bloodstream. They go to the cellular level where anything that you wasn't feeling, you gonna be able to feel it. And I'm talking about my breast, guys. I can feel my breast now. Before I could not feel my breast. Do you hear me? So all those veins, they were connecting, that tissue, they were transferring. I couldn't feel it, but I wasn't talking about it. It wasn't nothing to talk about. It wasn't nothing to talk about. But now I'm talking about my breast, and I'm showing more of my breast because I can feel my breast. Come on, somebody. So I know you've heard a lot of amazing testimonies, and maybe it's too good to be true. Maybe some of these testimonies made you feel uncomfortable. I don't know. But what should make you feel uncomfortable is if you have to get off this phone and you got to face your family and you got to tell them, no, I can't afford it. No, we can't do it this summer. No, we can't have a spring break. No, we can't do nothing because guess what? Christmas, we didn't have it in 19, and it's probably not going to happen in 20. Because everything I'm making is just enough. It's just enough to do enough. It's just enough. I need extra so I can do extra. I got way more month than money. That's what should make you uncomfortable. It should make you uncomfortable is when you get off this phone and you download an app called your bank account, Wells Fargo or Chase or Bank of America. And when you go to your account, it's in the negative deficit. Are you going to keep living your life in deficit? Your dreams in deficit? Your bank account in deficit? Your marriage? Blood pressure high every day? When does that stop? When does the deficit stop? I have the answer. The deficit stops today. I encourage you to get back with the person that invited you on this call. I want to encourage you even more to get on the next call at 6 p.m. Eastern. We got a powerhouse talking at 6 p.m. Eastern, guys. I'm telling you, all the way from Nevada, Vegas, baby. This woman is in the house. She's in the house and she's a queen, and we are so honored to even have her to lock arms with us. That's right. Queen Sheila Washington is going to be in the house at 6 p.m. Eastern. So don't only just invite yourself, invite your family, your friends that you say you care about and that you love. Thank you so much for spending the last 30 minutes with me and my family as we continue to share and celebrate on today, because we still have a dream.
Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. Yeah. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.